We have to speak about this Zelensky meeting. I don't know where you guys stand. Can't wait to hear the chat. I am just so over this, the never-ending wars. I have been against Zelensky since day one. We jumped out of Afghanistan after decades of sons and daughters being killed, and with nothing to show. Nothing to show. There's billions of dollars given to a region. We have no idea what was happening. Was it just a money laundering operation? What is the explanation for Afghanistan? We've got nothing, literally. What were they doing? I know that some people were having to guard their poppy fields. Was it just a way to create the opioid crisis? Was this for big pharma? We're never going to get any answers. But literally 2 weeks after we got out of Afghanistan, we jumped into being involved because the most important thing ever was for us to defend Ukrainian borders. Even though the majority of Americans cannot point out Michigan on a map, suddenly everybody was like, no, Ukraine is it, and didn't really know the background of our involvement and the color revolution that we launched in 2014 in Ukraine, installing essentially someone that was controlled by America, controlled by NATO, to be a leader in that region. We caused the regional issues there. We did. NATO, America, we caused those issues dating back to 2014. No matter what anybody tells you, that is the truth, okay? We staged a coup. And so Zelensky is just a person who is a puppet. He is not a real leader in that region. And he has taken billions from American taxpayers, and watching him disrespect us by showing up. He has done Vanity Fair. He has done Vogue twice. He has done the cover of Forbes. He was on the Lex Friedman podcast, okay? And every time he comes to the White House, he can't even be bothered to put on a suit. So you can't afford groceries. You can't afford to fill up your tank. And he doesn't care. He's just like, oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to dress in my sweatpants, my military fatigues, because he's a propagandist. He's supposed to be selling to you like he's like on the front lines. He thinks he's in a movie. And that's because before becoming the president, he was literally just an actor. He was like a Netflix actor, so to speak, right? He was on a very popular television show in Ukraine where he played, I'm not even kidding, I would talk about The Matrix. He played an actor that went on to become president. And then he was an actor who went on to become president. You can't even believe these things. It's true. Okay. And so that's his goal. He's an actor. He's supposed to wear outfits. He's with tons of A-list celebrities. You're in a war and thousands of men are dying, and you're making time to do the cover of Vogue twice. Easy. Vanity Fair. Guys, you have to realize how unbelievably ridiculous and wrong that is. And so it has been nice. So as soon as this guy gets out of the car, like he's just a buddy to Trump and he's just going there to pick up some more money. I mean, he actually got angry when someone suggested that we cut off these welfare checks to Ukraine. He's like, no, you pay for me. You pay for me and do whatever I want. This is the first time where he went to the White House and Trump looked down at him and was like, what are you wearing? I'm going to show you. Like he makes a little smart comment like, oh, okay, show some respect. Take a listen.
Pretty close.
You're all dressed up.
He's all dressed up today.
President Trump, what's your message to Vladimir Putin, sir? President Trump. President Trump.
So disrespectful.
That's good enough. So Zelensky has always, to me, been giving Veruca Salt, don't care how I want it now, don't care how I want you guys to get back to work and you're going to keep funding my war, which even AI will tell you they never had a means of winning. Okay, this was just a never-ending money laundering opportunity, get money out of the taxpayers' dollars, and then they go, oh, we lost it. Pentagon doesn't know where all of the billions of dollars went. That's just what keeps happening all the time. And I have been calling this out since 2022, okay, before it was cool or popular to recognize that we were getting got, like we were just getting got in the Ukrainian laundromat over there. Here's my tweet from 2022. I literally wrote, I cannot stop laughing at how Zelensky always intentionally styles himself like he just came out of the trenches as a recurring piece of propaganda. He just has no time to put on a suit, you guys. He's just so busy doing hero things with your money. He can't be bothered to wear a suit. There's no reason he can't put on a suit other than the fact that he's trying to sell to the public that he is on the front lines. It's a movie role for him. And that drives me insane. So you have to imagine how absolutely giddy I was when I saw this clip circulating from C-SPAN of JD Vance, Trump, and Zelensky in the Oval Office, because Trump is looking at him like, you're like a bratty kid. You don't even have the respect. Even you knew during Christmas time, when you were going, or it was your birthday and you were going to see your grandparents, you knew they were going to write a check and they were going to slip $100 or $20 in there. You knew to come correct, right? You knew to have some respect because your grandparents are going to give you a little bit of money and you're going to act surprised that there's money in there. You're going to say thank you. That's not him.
Nope.
That's not Zelensky. He's Veruca Salt. Don't care how. I want it now. I want the whole world. I want to wear them like braids in my hair and I don't want to share them. Okay. That is Zelensky. And so today, for the first time in 4 years, in my view, he got the treatment that he deserves from the American people, not even the American people, the American representatives, J.D. Vance and President Donald Trump. Take a listen to this meeting.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are
Mr.
not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to
come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have the war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on
position
this
to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influenced.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influenced.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From
it.
the very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I
You don't
was
have
in
the cards right now. With us, you start
I'm
having
not playing
cards. But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
Yeah, you're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with the
president
lives of
anymore.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What you're
You're
thinking about?
gambling with
What are you
World
thinking
War
about?
III. And
We-
what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. It's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot of
Entire meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
you said thank
Even
you.
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Zelensky needs a spanking. He needs an old-fashioned spanking. Go outside, get the switch. Back when they used to do it in the day before we were coddling toddlers. That is toddler behavior.
Exactly.
To just wear a suit. You're going to ask for money. Wear a suit. Have some respect. Do not litigate matters in front. Could you just imagine the audacity of your child like speaking to you? He is a welfare child. He is ghetto. Okay. People, I used to say ghetto, and the media would always lie about that. Like, oh, Candace calls black people ghetto. There are people all around the world who act ghetto, and he is a welfare child. Okay. Make no mistake. I don't care where he's getting his military fatigues, which he apparently has never ending supply of. Him coming out with this handout and acting like a bratty child should be treated in that manner. Okay. That's how toddlers, you need to put them in their place and remind them, okay, adults are speaking. You don't use that tone with me. So I say to my son, you don't use that tone with me. You don't speak to adults like that. Why? Because you're a child and it's inappropriate. And that's how I felt watching him. I'm like, who are you? Okay.
Exactly.
And he's lucky it wasn't me in there. He's lucky it wasn't me in there. I promise you, if I was in there and he was talking to me like that for taking money from the mouths of my family's out there, they can't put gas in their tank. And you're over here coming here in your sweatpants. It would have been over. It would have been over. This is why I just do this from home. Because I can't be out there dealing with men acting like that little man child that he is. And so I was happy to see this. And by the way, the best part was that Ukrainian's ambassador, who probably is just his babysitter, who probably just has to write down the lines he's supposed to remember, and saw this happening. Look at her face as she's watching this correspondence in the Oval Office.
But I said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you get a ceasefire faster
Like,
than.
oh my God.
More people about ceasefire.
I want to hide. Hilarious.
Dang, my child just do not know how to act. I told him to just say these 3 things and he's out of control right now. And we're about to lose all this money. And I can't believe he couldn't just pull it together. And I just have to call out the hero here, the reporter Brian Glenn of Real America's Voice, because nothing has been more real and more American and more of our voice, more representative of our voice than him straight up asking Zelensky about this little outfit that he's wearing. Take a listen.
Second
And my
question.
second question for President Zelensky.
Yeah.
Do you ever, why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you, do you own a suit?
Yeah, you have problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting.
I don't have
the
such-
office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one,
Maybe something
maybe
like this.
something like
Yes,
yours.
sir.
Yes,
That'd be great.
maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than yeah. Thank you.
And of
Wow.
course, like all the rest of the leaders, like Emmanuel Macron, what is his background in? Drama club, theater. And so for him, like I said, it is a costume that he's wearing now. He gets up and he's like, how can I look like I'm a military guy that's playing a role? This is why he hangs out with Sean Penn. What he desperately wants to be is a Hollywood actor. It's why he spends so much time with Hollywood actors. He wants Ari Emanuel to be his agent. Okay. These are just the facts. If you've been paying attention, these are the facts. And I am over it. I do not care. Piers Morgan jumped into it and was like, well, Elon Musk doesn't wear a suit in the White House. Guess what? Elon Musk isn't taking billions of dollars away from the taxpayer. Do you understand the difference here? And listen, if you guys in Europe, because you guys love this war so much, because you have an aging population that's still high on what I would refer to as Cold War propaganda. Like these are the kids, this boomer generation that grew up and like in the way that we had fire drills, you got to think about this. They had nuclear drills, okay? And the kids would get under their desks and they'd be like, oh, Russia's going to bomb you. Russia's going to nuclear bomb us. And if you get under your desk, this is going to save you. Pointedly ridiculous, completely crazy. But obviously it's stuck with this generation because they are so ridiculous when on the topic of Russia. It's like Russia, 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 Russia. We got to be afraid. I'm not afraid of Russia, okay? I have an understanding that they have a smaller GDP than California. This whole idea that they're trying to recreate the Soviet Union is a nonsense. It is propaganda. It is stupid. It is beyond stupid. It is literally just a way to keep people fearful. It is CIA propaganda because what's really happening is we're expanding into their territory, guys. Take a look at what the EU is. Take a look at what NATO is. It's military people that are on the border of Russia's country, not the other way around. Russia is not in Mexico. They're not in Canada. I don't care. I want nothing to do with this nonsense. You think Putin bad? You fund it. You fund Zelensky. You be his never-ending pocketbook. You love that, Piers Morgan? Do it. You love that, United Kingdom? Do it. You think that this is just forever want to be his granddad? Fine. I have no issue with that. But the American people are tired of it. And I have to tell you, we are tired of being the pocketbook to the world, especially while our countries are in deterioration. When we look around and we have all of these issues and we can't even get things to look nice, the streets to look clean everywhere. Crime is rampant in inner cities. And you keep telling us, I have to care about this little small man who doesn't have the decency to put on a suit. Pass. Miss me entirely with this. So Trump then gave a statement on the meeting. He tweeted this. He tweeted, we had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion. And I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage. I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America and its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he is ready for peace. Donald J. Trump. And then Zelensky replied with this on Twitter about the visit. Thank you, America. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your visit. Thank you, POTUS, Congress, and the American people. Ukraine needs just and lasting peace, and we are working exactly for that. Okay, so it looks like his ambassador took the phone and just said, listen, you're done. You're done for today. Go take a shower. Go to sleep. You fumbled the ball greatly. All right, guys.
Yes. I mean, Candace just says it all raw and unfiltered, and I'm here for it.